And the world back in my house, the boy ERJ here, and I'm making another what if. I just literally just created. It's called what if I messed up on the if. Sorry guys. What if Deku and Bakugo had Naruto and Sasuke's powers? But they still gonna have the original quirks, but Deku doesn't have a quirk, so Bakugo still has his explosions. Cause whatever. Because Bakugo and Deku gonna discover their powers later on. About hearing about Bakugo having an explosion quirk and Deku having no quirk, everybody was trying to bully Deku, but Bakugo this time actually stopped them and chilled them out. Because in this version, he's not a hothead. He said his power might come in someday. So why are y'all trying to bully him like that, man? They all backed off because Bakugo did have a quirk and he's protecting a kid with no quirk. Bakugo helped Deku up and asked, like, is he alright? And he said, yeah. After that, Bakugo in this timeline became friends with Deku at this point. And they're basically mindscape. Bakugo and Deku. In Bakugo's turns, he sees Sasuke Uchiha. I'm not making them the reincarnation, but they're going to tell them about the powers they have. So Sasuke explains what he is and where he came from, and explains his powers to Bakugo, and explains to Bakugo his friend he just saved will get the same powers of his best friend. And Bakugo's like, yes, finally. Not in a way like that, but he said, yes, Zuko can finally be a hero. He's a hero? And then Bakugo explained what up. And he said, oh, this might be a good challenge for him. And after getting teach his powers, Bakugo already got the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Got the Chidori. And know how to use it at fast speeds. He doesn't get a sword yet. And he does get taught chakra control. But in this one, Bakugo does be smarter and learn how to use the chakra control board better. And make it more like how they use lightning to make it like him faster and use it like armor. So basically Bakugo is about that smart. And Deku's mindscape. He sees a guy with yellow hair and explains what his power is and who the big fox is. And Deku's like, agree with this. And after that, he does explain the same thing what I did with Sasuke. And he said, yes, bet. And basically, everything goes. Deku taught Naruto's powers. He only can use like 3 tails. Only 3. He can't use the golden power yet. And Naruto did warn him not to use the 4th tail because it will make him go berserk. He said bet. And basically, he got taught the 3 tails. Sage mode. Rasengan. Yeah, basically, he doesn't know his move yet. So basically, he got taught his powers, and he told him to work out his taijutsu. So Sasuke taught him Bakugo. They worked out and do some martial arts classes. And basically, they made up. And Naruto and Sasuke does give Bakugo and Naruto Deku a headband. They wonder how they're going to take this to the real world, and they just said, think about it. They thought about it, and they have it in the rooms. And plus, Bakugo has Sasuke's clothes. The one that, when he was in, like, middle schooler. Basically, like, when he was 15 at the time. 14, yeah. He gets a Sasuke drip, but he made Sasuke drip into a jacket. We got that Chia symbol. And Naruto gave Deku his drip. Since, Deku likes this drip, he gets that whole drip. Basically, yeah, they dripped out. Everybody's wondering why is he still hanging out with a quirkless wannabe. Deku turns around, looks at him, his eyes turn slit, and said, what? A tail sprout, and then he was like backed up. Yeah, no one decides to mess with Izuku right now. After that, the whole thing goes similar canon, almost canon. Goes up into the first thing in the anime. This is Deku and Bakugo looking at the the whole incident when Deku did an original. But this time, they literally just hopped roof to roof because they know how to use their chakra control. They do spar sometimes to get their powers a little bit under control, because he did tell Bakugo he can't use the chakra mode yet. He only used like the 3 tails. Bakugo said he can only use the 3 tones of Sharingan, and he can't master the Mangekyo yet. After that, they go to school. Everything goes almost similar. After Bakugo and Deku was about to go to UA, no one made fun of Deku or Bakugo. Bakugo doesn't even do his speech anymore because he knows he's better, but why is he gonna say it? Basically, yeah, everything goes similar in canon, basically almost similar in canon. Basically, Deku does go the same route because he said he'll see Bakugo later, and Deku does sense the villain, and he dodges and exploded him because the shockwave of his mouth made him disappear. All Might still gets something, but this time All Might takes him away because he doesn't think Deku can hold one for all. Into Deku's head, he just like beat the shit out of that villain, and All Might did see him Deku with 2 tails. And he's wondering what kind of quirk is that. And the whole thing in the 10 months, Bakugo and Deku are basically training, but they still can't get their full power extent. So, because if Bakugo mastered the Mangekyo and make the Susanoo, there's a way to make it shrink, but Bakugo can't master that power yet, so he can't get the Mangekyo. Deku can't even go. Deku basically cannot go all the way to KCM, but he still learns Sage Mode. He learns how to do it instantly. He learns Shadow Clones to make him work better. Basically, at the entrance exam, after 10 months, they know they got a stiffly stronger now. Deku can make a big-ass Rasengan instantly. Bakugo can make a bigger, like he can make the thing Sasuke did against his brother in Shippuden. He made that. He can make that, but he choose not to use it. So basically, Naruto and Sasuke. I called them Naruto and Sasuke. Everything goes almost similar, but this time Deku catches Uraraka and saying she alright. So yeah, basically they do the same thing. Deku doesn't even stutter because he know he got the good power. Everything goes similar, but Deku and Bakugo are in the same place this time. They was getting ready until Deku saw the brown-haired girl again. He went over there and go talk to her. The blue-haired boy stopped him and said, "You gonna make that woman fail?" He said, "What do you mean? Is she your girlfriend or not?" And he explains, like, not to strike people in the Asta. I mean, not Ast. Fuck. I was supposed to make an Asta with a boosted gear. I forgot. Asta. Fuck. Deku said, "Back the fuck up." Because he released some of his power a bit. Basically, Ida backed up because he can feel the tremendous power. Everything goes set. Everybody was supposed to go. Deku and Bakugo already dashed off, destroying robots. Everybody thought they was cheating, but the only person who noticed is Ida and Uraraka. They already dashed, destroyed robots. After President Mike explains to the other class, and they just dashed too. Deku and Bakugo are zooming. Deku's at one tail, destroying robots. Bakugo is in his lightning cloak, destroying robots and exploding them. They was wondering, does these two have like multiple quirks or something? And Deku does do a couple of Rasengans to destroy robots. And All Might is thinking, does these two relate to him? After that, Bakugo and Deku stop and let the other teams get some points. And everything heard in the cannon. But Deku and Bakugo looked up and saw a giant robot, and Deku sees Uraraka. Bakugo said, Deku. And he's like, right. Does a Shadow Clone Jutsu, sends the Shadow Clone, grab Uraraka, and dash. And then he said, I'll be right back. He poofed, went to the original. Bakugo and Deku's like, let's do this, Kachan. He said, all right, Deku. And then they did a combined attack with the Rasengan Lightning. And he said, Rasengan Lightning? I don't even know what to call it. They just did it and then destroyed the robot instantly. They glad no one was back there. But Bakugo and Deku are on the top scores. Every teacher was shocked. What is these kids' quirks? After that, oh shit. They read the papers. Bakugo's supposed to have explosions, but he has something else. The court doctor never expected that. And they read Deku's having no quirk. And they wonder what this quirk is. So they called Deku and Bakugo into the office. And Principal Daisuke asks what their power is. He only knows Bakugo has explosion, but what is your quirk, Midoriya? He said, I don't have a quirk. This is just the power I've invented my own. He said, what is it? Bakugo said, just tell him already, nerd. And then if I tell him, you gotta tell him too. Yeah, and after explaining to Nezu what their powers are and where they came from, Nezu actually gets it, because he does understand they're not really related to All for One, because the whole thing, because All for One does evil things, these kids are trying to be heroes. Even informing All Might about it, All Might does believe this, because he sees the glimmer of hope in these two. Everything goes similar. But Deku Bakugo does get that Naruto drip. So Bakugo get that Bakugo drip. Bakugo get the Sasuke drip with the sword because he asked for it. Deku get that Naruto Sage Mode drip. Like when he showed up to Konoha, he gets that drip. But he doesn't have the scroll on his back yet. And he has the headband, so Bakugo. So basically, everything was similar, and that's where I'm going to end it off. So peace out, and I'm going to make another what if. Because I said I was going to make another what if Meliodas was Naruto was the reincarnation of Meliodas, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. Kind of messed up. So I'm going to make a what if Asta had to boost the gear after this. So peace out. Like if you guys like these videos. And yeah, peace. Sorry for going fast too.